Hi, my name is Eddie, and this is a reading for Leo for the month of April 2024. So, going to shuffle your cards and just focus in around you. I'm just going to lay down your 10 cards on the table in front of me. Please don't forget to comment. I do reply to all comments, so do comment about anything in the video on any level, whether you can relate to something in the reading, maybe you don't like the lighting or the sound, just say, and I'll just try and make adjustments. That helps me to grow. And also share as well. Sharing really helps the channel and it helps it to grow, so I can do more and more of these videos. So please press share. Okay, let's have a look then. The first card is in the here and now, the present situation, what's going on around you at this time. And I get the Empress card. Okay, the first thing I get, is there a pregnancy around you somewhere? Okay, if not with yourself, then it could be a close friend or a family member. So do comment if that does relate to you. It's also a major card as well, so it is very much this feeling of some major changes taking place. Okay, but it may be difficult initially. Okay, it's like this in between stage, this kind of sort of like transitional period which you're going through. There is pain attached to growth here. That's what I'm getting. It's a bit like you have a seed. The wind helps the seed to scatter, and then the rain helps the seed to grow. So even though the wind and the rain are very challenging elements, are actually needed for growth. And the same with you, or like an aeroplane going from one place to a better place, experiencing turbulence along the way. It's a sign of positive change. It's also about abundance is on the way. You've been thinking a lot about that recently, okay? So do comment if that does make sense to you. You've been thinking a lot about abundance, perhaps around work, around a money situation. It's on the way. You've been looking for a way. You may well have been putting out some prayers to the universe, or some wishes, or some intentions. So do comment if that makes sense to you. And don't forget to share, that's really important. So, the next card is a crossing card. Discontent. That's what gets in the way, okay? Best way to describe that is you kind of, one moment you may be filled with enthusiasm, okay? Filled with confidence. And then maybe something knocks you back. And then you feel discontent. You can't be bothered to do anything, okay? Or it could be something here around some distractions. Perhaps looking too much at perhaps like sort of social media, it kind of sort of gets in the way. You feel bogged down, okay? There's a strong sense of the need to kind of sort of step back from the situation, and then you will get the bigger picture here, okay? Because when you step back, it's like not being able to see the wood for the trees. So when you step back, you see everything. You see what needs to be done here. So in the past, coming to the present, I've got the Star card reversed. Right, has there been a leak around you, or has someone dropped something? I just see some liquid over the floor. So again, do comment if that makes any sense to you. It really does help me to develop and grow as a reader. But also it's about these intention settings, or these prayers, these wishes. So it's like you put out your good intentions, okay, and then there's a lot of doubt, a lot of fear that also goes out as well. And of course the universe listens to everything, and it kind of sort of cancels out your good intentions. So this card is about the need to be more efficient, okay? That's why I'm seeing liquid go everywhere, okay? It's kind of wastage. I get a lot of wastage here, so a lot of wasted energy, which gets in the way as well. So looking more forward, it's interesting. You've got a line of major cards here: the Star, the Empress, and the Temperance card. So a line of 3. So there's this big transitional period which you're going through. Major, big changes, I feel here, okay? There's a strong sense of letting go of something here. Something is shown to be out of a balance. You've been giving, okay? And someone has been taking. You would expect, if you give, then to get back in equal measure, but it hasn't been working that way. I do feel one person in particular, but there could be more than one person here, okay? But the secret here is to receive, because with them taking, that's negative, but receiving is coming across as being more positive. It's a bit like well, I don't know whether you're old enough to remember, but like a sort of CB radio. I used to have a CB radio. So you press the button to transmit, to give, and then to receive, you let go of the button, and then they talk. Okay, you can receive. So it's very much this feeling of receiving rather than kind of sort of grabbing. It's like stepping back from something, and then what you want starts coming towards you. I really do feel you're making these changes because things are shown to be out of balance here. You have to readjust the balance yourself, but not directly. It's more indirectly. So the card in the goal position is the World. Okay, very, very nice card. It shows you wanting victory here around a situation. Okay, something has really been doing your head in. Is that correct? You do comment. And you're wanting victory. It's like, but there is a strong sense if you grabbing victory from the jaws of defeat. And it's very much this feeling of something which you feel is impossible is actually going to become a reality for you. There's also something here about some opportunity coming up for you, and something here about some travel as well. It's a very, it's the last major arcana card. It gets interesting. We've got 4 major cards so far in the reading, you know, and in a standard pack, there's 22 out of 78. In fact, in this pack, I think there's 24 out of 80. There's a few extra cards. So the feeling here is something here about what you feel was impossible becoming a reality. Okay, there's some travel on the way as well. So subconsciously, I've got the King of Cups in the reversed position. The feeling here is of you feeling very emotional about something. Okay, there's a lot of waves. Okay, there's a strong sense of your heart feeling one thing, your mind wanting something else, which is causing you much, you know, inner conflict. And of course, if you feel that within yourself, then waves start to show up on the outside as well. It is very much this feeling of inside out. And don't forget, if you have an acorn, then it has the potential to grow into a massive oak tree. It's inside the acorn. So inside yourself, there is a potential for growth, for expansion, for abundance as well. I do feel strongly this about the abundance, about more money coming your way, opportunities, quite clearly shown by the World and also the Emperor's card as well. So the next card is the Advice card, which is the 9 of Swords. Could well be that you've been up late at night with worries and fears here. Okay, finding it hard to sleep at night. Is that true? Again, you can put that down if you want. But it is the Advice card. It's kind of moving away from something here. It's this fine tuning. This seems to be the kind of sort of theme or the thread of the reading. Okay, starting with the Star reversed, things being out of balance. It's like, you know, as I said, you put out your good intentions and they're backed up with negative thoughts and emotions which just cancel out. So it's kind of finding a way, you know, to move away from this. And it is very much down to the feel-good factor. If you can find a way to feel good about yourself, then good things will start to show up on the outside. But of course, it's finding that way. Next card is, and often it's to walk away from a situation or to cut ties or try to deal with something differently. Or writing it down. I think that's very important. Writing down, you know, and then you need to actually find a way to actually write something down. But it does get easier, you know, if you break it down, it comes down to writing it down. So on the outside at the moment, I've got the 3 of Swords reversed. Has there been a love triangle situation here? Has there been a third party who's been interfering? Okay, I just get a lot of toxic, negative energy here. But since the 3 of Swords is in the reverse position, notice you've got the heart and the 3 swords. The swords can drop out. So there's this healing process which you're going through. There's this release and also this big relief which is on the way as well. Your hopes and your fears are shown by the Devil card in the reverse position. Again, it's this toxic energy. Perhaps your fear is that you won't be able to escape you know, this person's clutches or these negative influences. However, the Devil card is in the reverse position, which has given me this big release. It's like this letting go. Okay, I just get this strong sense of relief here with you in the coming weeks. Yeah, I mean, the final card is really nice. It's a High Priestess. Okay, it shows you very much in your element. Okay, Whereas you had the Star card reverse, which was showing this wastage. With the with the High Priestess, it's very much about you fine-tuning, you being very much in touch, with spirit or with the universe. Okay, so when your intentions go out, there's little or hardly any kind of sort of negative emotions or thoughts attached to that. So you manifest more and more of what you want. Notice the black and white pillow as well. It's more balanced as well. So where things have been like imbalanced here, okay, it's a strong sense of balance coming your way as well. You're also going to get some secrets, some messages from the universe. That's what I'm getting here, which is going to help you on your way. So as you move forward, you let go, you're given more insight, which helps you to move forward more and more and more. But more than anything, it's about abundance, it's about growth, and it's about expansion for you. Don't forget to like, to share, subscribe, and there's also free daily readings on the links as well. Thank you.